Let's talk about taxes. You keep talking about raising taxes. You talk about making the wealthy. Let me just ask the question first. But let me ask a question. You keep talking about making the wealthy pay their fair share of taxes. The top 1%, top 1% pay 37% of all federal income taxes. The top 5% pay 59% of all federal taxes. If you took the total income of everyone making more than $1 million a year, if you taxed it all at 100%, that's only $726 billion, which is less than the projected deficit for this year. I mean, the bottom line, Congresswoman, is you can't raise taxes enough to solve the deficit problem.
Nobody is saying that. We're saying it has to be balanced. Now, on the subject of the high end, we're not talking about raising rates. We did that. We eliminated the high-end tax cuts of the Bush years, which only increased the deficit and didn't create jobs. We kept the middle-income tax cuts. What we have in our proposal that Congressman Van Hollen has put forth, our top Democrat on the Budget Committee, is to say that we're going to eliminate subsidies on big oil. That gives us a lot of money, eliminating the subsidies for big oil. We also have the Buffett rule, which says all of these high-income people would pay a minimum. They would have to.
So you're raising taxes on the wealthy?
No, you're not raising. You're saying that they should pay their fair share, which is 30%, which is even lower than the 39.6, which is the rate, the bracket they're in.
But you're saying that if they have a deduction from a home mortgage,
take advantage of so many loopholes.
Well, there are deductions that are on the books. The point is 30%. That. The point is that you can't raise enough money. I mean, the main driver of the debt is entitlements. 60% of our budget, of our spending, is on entitlements. When Medicare started, life expectancy was 70. It's now 79. Don't you have to raise the eligibility age and slow the growth of benefits? Isn't that the way to deal with the deficit?
Okay, I'm glad you brought up Medicare, because don't you think you should, to use your question, don't you think you ought to see if raising the age really does save money? Those people are not going to evaporate from the face of the earth for 2 years. They're going to have medical needs, and they're going to have to be attended to. And the earlier intervention for it, the less the cost will be and the better the quality of life. I do think we should subject every federal dollar that is spent to the harshest scrutiny. And I do think that the challenge in Medicare is not Medicare. The challenge is rising medical health care costs in general, and prescription drugs and the rest of that drive those costs. So that's what we have to address, which we did in the Affordable Care Act, and we're about to receive some reports from the Institute of Medicine about how we reduce the cost of health care in Medicare, because we're paying for quality, not quantity of procedures, but quality of performance. And I think that there is money to be saved there. And I don't think it has to come out of benefits for beneficiaries, and I don't think you have to raise the age.